Here, so I had trivia night was last night was a lot of fun. Um, it was a success. Had some good time. I'm really starting to like. It was my second night at that location. It's called Cold Beers and Cheeseburgers. There's several locations here in Phoenix. So I'm in the one called that's out in Paradise Valley. It was chill. It was my second night. Uh, I guess there's regulars, so that's kind of cool. I saw some people I saw last week. And I'm assuming they'll probably be there next week and the week after that. So it'll be cool. I'll be making friends there. Um, which is nice. I mean, that's how I got started doing trivia by going every week with my friends to play, and we met our host and it happened there. So that's cool. Um, tonight I'll be learning how to do bingo. They also have a bingo trivia. I don't know if it's a bingo trivia or just bingo. Anyways, but I will be learning how to do that tonight. Um, and that's going to be out in a place called Surprise, Arizona. So it's about 30 minutes from here. It's a long drive, but that's okay. So I just am doing my live real quick because I was writing today. Finally finished the chapter. Yesterday I was saying I was nervous because um I didn't think I was gonna finish that chapter. I did, but I kind of got blue today. I'm a little bummed because I realize I'm just having a hard time adjusting because in order to move out here, I had to walk away from the film industry for a bit, and it's been a part of who I am for so long. It's been my identity for 20 years, and it's identity that I really liked. And I think having to walk away from it for a bit, um, kind of had to admit to myself defeat, and I didn't like that. And that was actually a very hard decision. That's why it took me so long to make it. And I walked away from a job that I had in order to do it the first time. And I sacrificed a lot in the sense that I was always working to try and make ends meet. I didn't spend a lot of time with my family. I wasn't always there. People needed me. Um, And so I think walking away from the film industry was tough because, yeah, it meant that, at least for now, defeat. And I spent so many years trying to make it happen, and since it didn't, I feel a little cheated. I feel like I sacrificed so hard and it didn't work. And so I think part of the reason why I'm so frustrated and depressed is that I feel like it's kind of like going through a breakup. I think, and I think that's why I feel like this. Wait, hold on. Someone's Sirocco Cordo 952. Says trading drag. I know 1920. I don't know what that means. But welcome to my life. I'm just talking about how I live in Phoenix right now, but I used to live in Los Angeles. I worked in the film industry for 20 years. The film industry is changing in Los Angeles. Not necessarily for the good. And I was at it for so long trying to make it happen. And I decided to move out here to Phoenix for a bit. And so yeah, I think a part of me is sort of looking at it as like I feel like I have to I had to walk away from the industry. And so, yeah, it kind of feels like a breakup. Like I spent, 20 years of my life and sacrificing time away from my family. Of course, I didn't realize that until my mom passed away. And I was like, damn, I should have spent more time with her. But I was so focused on following a dream that never went anywhere. And I think I could look back on it and be like, well, at least I achieved everything I wanted to do, but I sacrificed, lost everything, and still didn't make it. So I feel completely cheated. Shawnee Campbell gives thumbs up. Hey, thank you so much for listening to my live. Where are you guys watching from? I have to work here soon. I'm gonna go do. I'm like a trivia brand ambassador. It's my new job. It's kind of fun. I actually like it. Because I had to create a whole new social media page, and I get to go on social media, and then I post all the winners. It's a lot of fun. So I do trivia. Um, but tonight I'm learning how to do bingo. Bingo's fun. My friend did it. She says it's a lot of fun. So apparently we have bingo, and then we also have musical bingo. I don't know the difference between the two. I don't know if it's bingo trivia. So I have to learn. I'll learn that tonight. But it's about almost 4. I'll start getting ready in an hour. And I wanted to just say good afternoon to everybody and happy Wednesday. It's happy hump day. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. Um, I was working on my novel today, finished the chapter that I was stuck on. So the book is written. The book is written, but I am doing actually the third. Sorry, sorry. I actually just woke up from a nap. I was doing the third rewrite because I wanted to be the best it could be before I give it over to an editor, and I wanted to do the best that I could do before giving it to the editor, so that way I didn't want them to come back with like a gazillion notes, and I had to do like another massive rewrite. I'm hoping that they'll be able to read it and just make structure not a lot of structural changes, maybe like grammar changes. I just really don't want to do a lot of structural changes because I really love the story and I want it to be good, and I don't want to spend a lot of time rewriting it because I think the story is good. I just need an editor to come in and sort of like clean it up and tweak a few things. Buddy Morris says, hi, welcome to my live. Where are you listening from? So we were just talking about my departure from the film industry and that I've been focusing a lot more on writing right now this year in 2026. By finishing my book, I'm writing a collection of short stories. I also have a children's book that I'm hoping will go somewhere. And then I have another idea for another novel. I got some ideas, so I got to get out of this funk with the film industry and feeling like I failed, so I could really focus. That is part of what's keeping me unfocused. And I know that, so I'm working through it. But like I realized today, it is sort of like a breakup. Like I have to realize that like what I wanted out of it. I mean, I got a lot out of it, but what I wanted ultimately I didn't get. And so um I guess I have to I guess I have to come to terms with that. And I just haven't had that opportunity yet. Um so yeah. But the writing is going well and I do love the book and I really hope that the audience does well. I'm sorry, I hope the audience does as well. Sorry, I'm not using all my words. I hope you guys like it. It's a horror novel. Not that I read everything is horror. It's mostly horror, but I love horror. Horror is a great genre, and it's got a very loyal audience, including myself because I do love horror. So, but this one's more like a psychological thriller, and that makes me happy because I love that. So let's see. I also have a couple ideas for other like short stories and books. So I'm letting those things sort of like stew in my brain. So as I finish this one, I could complete another one. But I'm also just like having to like readjust to new life out here and find work. So I don't sleep a lot. I mean, I needed a fresh start because things just weren't working out in LA, but uh it's been a just a tough transition, that's all. But I'll make it work. I always do. The title of my book, well, right now it's called Axe, AXE. It's based on a short story I wrote that I adapted into a film. I love the film, but when the film industry was slowing down and wasn't a lot going on, I decided to adapt it into a book because I wanted to stay creative. So this one is called Act. It's actually really good. And then I also have one called You Can Call Me Eve, which is a play that I wrote, and I'm adapting that into a novel. Like I could not just publishing the play version, like I'm actually adapting it into a novel. And you know what's crazy is I can't find the play. I had the play produced years ago, and as I was adapting it into a feature, I would always find the play, and I can't find it now. And that really saddens me because there's a lot of things I loved about the play. And it was actually produced, but now anyways, yeah, so it's called Axe. Um, you guys keep your fingers crossed. We did submit my children's book to an editor, not an editor, to a publishing house, and I really hope that they want it. Fingers crossed. Other than that, isn't too much to report on. I keep wanting to do these lives, but then I always feel like I don't have anything to talk about. So I do try to like do the live so that way when you guys jump on, we can talk. But um, because of what I'm going through mentally and trying to battle those demons, I feel like I'm not the most entertaining person. Like I said, the disappointment of my career, feel like I'm on the wrong trajectory. But um, yeah. So my goal, I think this week I'm about halfway through the third edit of this book. So maybe by the end of next week I can be done with it and then start looking for an editor. So that's a good goal, I think. There's about I'd have to look. I want to say there's like 35 chapters, 30 chapters, and I'm just started chapter 15 today. So more than halfway through. Like I said, the book is done. It's actually been done. Then I did an edit, and then I did another edit, and now this is the third edit. So that's good, right? Like I'm still working on it. And some people don't even get this far. So I'm grateful for that. But I just need it to be in a good place for when I give it to editor. Because like I said, my concern is really an editor. Well, I guess it depends on who I get, but I'm afraid they're going to read and just be like, everything about this is wrong and all this grammar is wrong. So I don't want them to deal with a lot of structural. I'm not saying that there won't be structural changes, but like a lot of them. I just want the book to be as good and as close to being ready as it can be until I send it off. Because then maybe if I have to do another rewrite, it won't be so daunting. That's what I'm really hoping for. I want it to be dauntless, less daunting. Rewrites can be hard. I mean, they need it, like it needs it, but it's just rewrites can be hard. And in a way, I'm kind of glad I'm doing this 30 right because um I didn't look at it for like a few months, especially during like moving out here and focusing on like finding work and stuff. And so when I finally sat down to do this 30 right and I hadn't looked at it in a couple of months, um, there are some things that I'm able to add and take away and like embellish on that I hadn't had a chance to. So in a way, it's going to make the book a tad longer and more cohesive, and that's what I want to do. And then there'll be like things in place where I'll be like, oh yeah, like the character did this. So it's just like fine tuning and honing in. That's really important to the story. So I'm working on that. And now that like the move out here was kind of chaotic. Not a lot. I mean, every move was chaotic, but I've never moved to another state before. So now that that's done, I can focus on the move. I don't have to focus on that. It's a little bit easier to focus on the book. So I just have to get my head right. But I hope it's happy Wednesday. Hope everybody's good. Um, I know I do my lives a little bit early, but it's only because I have to work tonight. And I won't have enough time to do it at the time I normally do it because I have to be to work at 6:15 and it's a 30-minute drive from here. So I have to leave by 5:45. That's not about the time I do my lives. So the right editor will see your story and get you and what your vision is. Hopefully not much changes. It is awesome that you're following your dreams. Ah, thanks, Natalie. I appreciate that. Well, I was following my dreams when I was a filmmaker in Los Angeles, but I spent 20 years chasing a dream that never went anywhere. And in the process, I lost my family, a lot of friends and stuff. So I'm not exactly sure if chasing my dream now is something. I mean, I really want to do it, but um, I'm terrified because I feel like every time I try to start something, it doesn't work, and I don't want to start chasing a dream at 50 and not work. Anyways, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. Just moved here from Los Angeles, taking a break from the film industry, and that's what the purpose of this particular vlog is and live is how I was thinking about the last couple of days of like why am I still so focused on like the film industry? 'Cause I mean, I was going to Los Angeles to work, and then I was like, that's a long drive, and it was putting a lot of wear and tear in my car, and I need to figure it out. And so I think I'm just like I was just saying a little before you jumped on that walking away from my goal that I wanted for like the last like 50 years, I guess, and not achieving it and coming out here and sort of having to accept a defeat, it kind of feels like a breakup. So, I mean, I didn't leave the film industry. I'm taking a break, but um, it was going nowhere, and I just couldn't afford to chase a dream that wasn't going anywhere. So I just needed to come out here and sort of refocus and regroup. Says you found a new dream. Don't be terrified. It is awesome. Most people do what they hate instead of what they. Well, you're not wrong, and I have to be grateful for that. And I have a really good support system out here. I have great friends that were like, "Come out here, stay with us if you need a break, and figure it out." And I know a lot of people don't get that either. So I'm grateful for them. So I feel like I owe it to them to figure this out. I just am having a hard time because, like I said, it feels like a breakup, and so spent a lot of time being depressed and like doubting myself and feeling insecure and just like feeling it like I just feel like I am going backwards faster than I ever went forwards, and so that's also frustrating. But it's okay because things are. I mean, I have a different job now. Like I do. like I said, I'm a trivia brand ambassador. That's so much fun. I just go to bars and sort of like hang out with people, and I don't do the trivia myself because it's already like done, but I'm there and I get to talk to people and get them signed up, and we just hang out, have a good time. I get to give prizes, which is always nice. I get to that's always fun. People love trivia for some reason. I mean, I get it because I love trivia. But they're at the bars, they're having a drink, they're having dinner, they're with their friends, they're with their family, they're all being silly and having a good time, and then I get to hang out with them, and then it's like for a couple of hours, and it's pretty chill. So and I do that about 3 nights a week. So um, and the rest of the time I can focus on writing. I do also have a job interview for another job, like a day job, part time on Friday. So fingers crossed on that. Um, but okay, I just wanted to go online and say all that. This is how I was feeling. I needed to say it out loud. And you guys have always been a good sounding board. There's a lot of you that listen to my lives that comment on it while I'm doing the lives and after. So I appreciate everybody always jumping on and sort of doing listening. I'm not sure where you guys are. A lot of people, sometimes I get people that are all over the US. Sometimes I get people from overseas. So I am curious where you guys are watching my live. I'm in Phoenix. It is Wednesday. It is 4 o'clock here. It is hot today. It's going to get hotter as we go towards the holiday, which is, this weekend, the Memorial Day weekend. It is definitely getting warm. So I would do it inside, but we're having this, they're doing construction on the house. So it's very, very noisy inside. So I came out here really quickly. It's beautiful out here. There's a slight breeze. Yesterday I did it. There's a better breeze. Today is a slight breeze. It is hot. It is. I can tell you right now. Oh, it's only 90. I mean, that's not cold. In LA right now, it's probably in the like high 70s or low 80s. Here it's 90. It's getting hotter this weekend. It's be close to 100 for the holiday. That's okay. We're having a pool party. We'll at our friend's house down the street. So, anyways, yeah, I feel like I'm going through a breakup, and I think that's gonna take me a little bit to sort of figure things out. So, I just want to preface that by saying that because of my lives or the next few days are a bit. That's why. Please be patient with me while I start healing. I'm just healing, licking my wounds. Licking my wounds and moving forward. Just licking my wounds. Moving forward in life and trying to figure out the next step. Um, I started writing my book at 50. I moved out here when I was 50, almost 51. So now I'm 51 and just facing an entirely new life. I've never lived in another state in my entire life until now. It's not a big deal because when my mother passed away, my dad moved to my sister who lived in another state in the Midwest. So in a way, we all kind of moved. So there's a bird going crazy right there. We all kind of moved to different areas. So, but none of us are living in Los Angeles anymore or California. We all moved. So, shh, bird, I'm doing it live. Shh. You guys hear that bird? Anyways, you guys are wonderful. Thank you guys for always listening. I'm gonna go in and chill and charge my phone a little bit before my drive. I'm just training tonight, but I'm excited to learn about how to do the bingo portion of this for this company. So that'll be a lot of fun. Learn something new today. I learned how to do. I already been doing trivia. Then I learned how to do live mic trivia because a lot of these things are done like where they have everything on the television. Then I did one where the guy actually reads all the questions, and I want to do that. That sounds like fun because I'm so personable. I'd love to be on a microphone and be like, "Okay, here's the next question. Let's answer it." So he's that guy that I trained with said he might need some time off, and I can do that. That'll be a lot of fun. Tonight is bingo. Tomorrow is gonna be. I'm just doing my own trivia again. So yeah, and the guy I trained with is also in the film industry out here as an actor and everything. So I mean, I'm older, and I think I just needed a different pace of life for a bit. I'm glad I'm focused on my writing. Hope I sell some scripts soon because I've been working on that for many years. So, but anyways, you guys, thank you so much for listening, and I wish you guys all the best. And thank you for watching my lives all the time. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the comments you send and the messages of support. It really does mean a lot. Thank you, everybody. While I'm on this journey of like self acceptance and love, and just figuring out where I'm going next. Okay. There's only one of you online right now, so it's probably Natalie. So Natalie, thank you so much for listening to my live. I don't know where you're watching from, but I appreciate you taking the time. And yeah, Happy Wednesday, you guys.